see all of you. Hey, how come the... Oh, yeah, you already. To see the baby's face. Should I still haven't come inside? Hey, Paul, turn on the camera. I want to see you. Oh, try to show you guys. Switch off.
Hey Madhuka, can I just ask, will you be at the live darshan for tomorrow morning at the center?
Tomorrow morning, no. Only on Friday. Friday is the day.
Eh?
Tomorrow is the Devi Darshan.
Eh? Okay. Did I get the dates wrong? Tomorrow is...
The live darshan and the satsang is on Friday, our time.
Okay.
1st October. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They are one day ahead of us.
Also, it's Friday morning, huh? Oh, okay. Because I mean Jana Shatika, she contacted me to come over for the live darshan, so
yeah. For the initiation, right?
So it's Friday morning, huh?
Right.
Okay, can. Can I also collect a copy of the Bhagavad Gita, please?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
It's already here.
Okay. Thank you.
Jerry Sharika, are you ready? Recording already started now. It will be drop out again. Your internet not very stable. So Anandyata, I guess you can't turn on the camera. You are only listening. Right? You turn this. Okay, no worries. I'm just going to adjust so that the screen can be seen. Completing for the delay. I thought we'll go live at least on time. It's almost 10 minutes past. The Little India is so crowded. Oh my God. I went there to get some bilva leaf and flowers. I felt that I was trapped inside. I cannot come out. I had to come out the main road and walk out. Otherwise, I cannot reach the MRT. It's like whole row of human traffic jam. And then, the shops, they bring out all the... Okay. Great. Traffic jam. Okay. Great, we're live now. Nithyananda, welcome back to another lesson of Insight from the Avatar. Today's lesson number 12. Welcome to Kailasa, Singapore. Today is 30th of October 2024. My name is Nithyananda and I warmly welcome everybody who is joining me here in the Ardinam as well as in the Zoom and in the social media. So before we enter into the subject itself, let's take a few minutes to ground ourselves and create the space of authentic listening, Shravana, so that we can receive what Swamiji has to impart to all of us in this beautiful session today. So sit now in any comfortable meditative posture with the back straight, hidden neck and spine aligned in one straight line. And just with the eyes closed, bring awareness to your physical body from head to the toes, your fingertips. Just feel the physical shell of the body, the stula sharira, the gross body. Then start infusing prana shakti by breathing in very slowly and deeply. Inhaling, filling the whole lung capacity with prana shakti and enter into a gap, a pause at the end of the inhalation. And then exhale slowly and completely. At the end of exhalation, another gap. Just continue like this, breathing in and out with awareness of the two gaps between the breathing. The gaps are those neutral zone where we enter into the space where there's no I, no thought. Where we enter into the Shiva consciousness, the God consciousness. You may experience a drop in thoughts per second and falling into the restful awareness. Just by reining in your breath awareness, integrating this body and mind to the space of now. In that deep listening, let's invoke Swamiji, our beloved Guru, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. So fold your palms together in front of your heart center. Let's invoke him by chanting the Sadguru Vandanam, followed by 3 times the Mahabhakya. Take a deep breath. Nithyanandam Paramasukaram Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganashatrisham Tattvamasya Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Savvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Satguruntam Namami. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. So bow down to Swamiji and pray to him, requesting him to reveal the sacred secrets of the insights from the satsangs that he is going to reveal today to all of us. Let us receive the sacred knowledge in its full glory, the full depth of what he wants to reveal, so that it becomes part of our cognition, our biomemory. So with that, I'd like you to slowly open your eyes. All right, so why is this power of satsangs? You need to know. Swamiji gave this amazing truth. He said, whenever a sincere seeker melts down in the deep trust and relaxes, the transmission of the lamp happens automatically. Whether you're sitting physically with him or not, it doesn't matter. That is the power of satsang. So understand, satsang has no expiry date, meaning it is he delivering the eternal truth. So whether you're sitting with him physically now or in the past when the satsang was delivered, the truth remains valid, it lives on. So it like in today, when we're just going to enter into the inquiry, even though it was a satsang delivered many years ago, understand, when you are going to receive it as a sincere seeker, the transmission of the knowledge, the truth, the enlightenment signs just happen automatically. So all of you just carry that space of deep trust and in a relaxed way receive today's satsang. Okay, so let's enter into the inquiry. So today is the 12th lesson. We enter into the 45th insight. So this is the insight where Swamiji defined beauty. See, in the world or the society that we live in now, beauty has basically been very much distorted, conditioned by the media, by the cosmetic company, by people with vested interest to redefine what is beauty in society. And so much so that you can see so many people in the name of beauty run behind so-called all these superficial things and destroy the body. You know, whether it's plastic surgery. You see how Michael Jackson destroyed his face. It's just a one big classic example. And so many people, they're not happy with what they're given, and they, run behind things, the nip and tuck here, and eventually destroy the body. So let's understand beauty from the spiritual context, the pure spiritual context where ground us back to the simple things in life, which is very important, because if you run behind society, you'll be running behind something that is either going to destroy you, harm you, or something that it ain't going to bring you fulfillment. So that is very important. So he said, the cosmic industry created the concept of beauty. They hire the most beautiful models and then, actresses, and make them dress up and, put it in big posters in cosmetic counters to make you see, wow, if you buy the brand, you look like that. So it goes on maintaining it continuously with this Swamiji called idiotic beauty contest. Like they have beauty contests, and so all this kind of industry created what society label as beauty. So then he said, what is beauty exactly from the spiritual context? He said, it is nothing but just the idea promoted, widely and wildly, that's it. He said, whatever that we are seeing in the society, it is just some ideas that was just promoted in a mass way. And there's nothing else called beauty. There's nothing really beauty in that. It's actually ugly. If you look at the inside of how all this cosmetic company and all this beauty contest is actually ugly. But in the media is portray as beauty. So now he said, let me define beauty. He said, I'm defining beauty for all of you. He said, beauty is the feeling you carry when somebody appreciates you. Then you say, huh? If someone appreciates me, it means I'm beautiful, right? This is beauty, right? So he said, I'm defining it at a very mundane level. It means very, very crude level. He said, the concept beauty is nothing but a give and take. So you must be wondering, then the world will be so simple if we just only like give and take. So he said further, he explained further, there's no such thing as scale of beauty. Understand? So in one country, in a tribal village, their beauty could be, painted faces, correct? In one country, it could be rings on the neck that the necks get elongated, right? I remember in one tribe in China. And then in Africa, tribal village, the beauty can be totally different. So, and of course, in the Chinese world, the Asian world, the beauty can be very different. There's no scale at all. But this cosmetic company, or like the global cosmetic industry, they're continuously trying to create the concept of beauty and keeps it alive so that the globalization of the beauty can happen. They all should look quite the same in some way and another. So this is the so-called the conspiracy of this so-called the cosmetic giant. Next slide. So, when Swamiji defined, beauty is the feeling you carry when somebody appreciates you. If let's say I appreciate you by saying, you look great today, you look awesome, you look fantastic, fabulous, whatever, you look, gorgeous. And the feeling you carry is beauty. That feeling that someone appreciates you as you are, and you feel good about it, okay? You feeling good about it, that is beauty. So same way, when you make somebody else feel that in them, whether it is coming from someone who, where I say appreciate how you look or commented something positive, if you also do the same thing to someone else, it is beauty for that person. Whether someone is commenting you, giving you credit for how you're looking, or when you're doing it for that person, that is beauty for the other person. So with this new cognition of beauty, you will change the way you perceive yourself and others. It is just when, creating the feeling that somebody appreciates you or you appreciate somebody. That is beauty. It's as simple as that. Okay? It is just about appreciation. It means recognizing the person as she is or he is. Not with all the add-ons, bells and whistles and all that. So that is beauty from the spiritual context. I tell you, when I was in Varanasi, like when you look at some of the sadhu, some of these monks, or even in Tiruvennamala, that all these, sadhu who are actually, who has renounced life and they are just on the path of enlightenment. And they may look like with a crinkled face and, but the smile they radiate is, you can see is from within. The beauty or the grace is from within. And it's natural. It's not fake smile. It's when the person smiles, you can sense the space this person is feeling totally at ease and at peace with himself and the world. And that is beauty, appreciating that, seeing that person, even just a simple smile without all the, expensive clothes or, all the jewelry, nothing. They are just wearing a simple kavi, the orange robe. And then with their chatas and with their vibhuti, their kumkum, and even just sitting there and just smile, you can see such beauty they are radiating. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand when I say beauty? So beauty, even someone who who may look, poor, but poor as the society's definition. But the beauty radiating from within is what captivates, your eyes, like make you feel drawn to them. The energy of that beauty it's what is really, matters, not really all those what society defines. Of course, you need to maintain your hygienes and cleanliness and all that. That's basic self-care, right? I'm not saying that you don't do anything of that. You still maintain your self-care, keep yourself clean. All this is just part of so-called, your spiritual routine. But there's no need to run behind what society's definition of beauty, because society make you feel that you're inadequate, make you feel that you're not beautiful as the model portrait in the poster. Then you try to fix it. Some people are not happy, so they try to go and find professional help to fix it. Then once they start, they don't know how to stop. They just, okay, today you fix this, after a few months later they fix the other part, and you fix it. By the time they finish fixing, the whole body is destroyed. Yeah, this is what, it's addictive, because they don't know where to stop. Once they see some short-term result, but they don't know the long-term damage. That is the problem. Until they know it, it will be too late. So let's contemplate. Next slide. How you define beauty before this was revealed to you by Swamiji. How you were told or taught by society, by your peers, beauty should be. And now what Swamiji has revealed, the two difference in terms of the understanding of beauty. So then you look inside, how much damage you did to your body, mind in the name of beauty. Just look in and see. So you can just take a few minutes and close your eyes and see and internalize. Do manana, contemplate, manana on the truth he revealed. And life can be so simple. Life is really so straightforward. But unfortunately, the ideas given to us by the vested interests of different organizations, when you're not aware, you start running behind them. You start falling into, the fantasy that they want you to, we call that, the fantasy they want you to live in. So, when I look back at the beauty that I understood when I was a teenager, and the beauty when I understood when I was in my 20s, and the beauty I understand now, is so different. In my 20s, teenagers, I was running behind what I'm seeing in the pop culture, okay? In the 80s, where the pop culture, or the, I don't know, you guys were there, no? In the 80s, you had the Madonna, where the Japanese, singer, the Japanese pop star. So that's what I was bombarded with. Those music industry in the Western world and the Japanese entertainment world. So that was the beauty I was receiving at that time. So even for me, the certain beauty was following that kind of the pop culture. But of course, over time, when you start getting mature, your taste also get mature. And when you come to Swamiji, he will mature your taste. That's for sure. He will align your taste to spiritual taste, his taste. So that's why now got kumkum, got vibhuti, wearing rudraksha. You no longer wear all this bling bling, everything become very different. Yes. Yes, all the fashion brand and all the the high fashion brand, or the Prada, or I remember buying all those branded goods when I was still working in the corporate world. That was running behind all the bags, I'm not a big spender of that, but I do own a few pieces of that. I remember, like Gucci's and things like that, because, they look nice, of course, at that time when you're working in the corporate world. So, but then now, when you are out of that kind of rat race and lifestyle, then you look back at what beauty is all about. So it is more important to work on the inner strength, the inner quality, rather than running behind the external ephemeral things that come and go, which is transient, which is not going to be there when you leave this body. Instead, work on enriching yourself to the real inner beauty that will stay with you eternally. So now, let's enter into the next insight. Okay, I hope you find this, what is beauty, interesting, as defined by Swamiji. Thumbs up if you find interesting. Yes, double thumbs up for all. Okay, now this is another interesting insight. Do we choose our family? Some of you is like, I chose my parents before I descend on this planet Earth. So this is what Swamiji is being asked by a devotee. Okay, so listen to this very fascinating truth that he revealed as an avatar. So he say, hey Rika, who is this Rika Pai? Can you turn on the camera? Can I see you? Welcome, Rika. So he said, once a devotee asked Swamiji, he said, Swamiji, in every birth, do we choose to be born together with our family, the loved one, or the ones we have karmic relationship with? Let's say in a past birth, you declare to another being and say, let's take birth together again and assume as another body together and, become husband and wife again. You see that in a lot of this drama. Let's come back and husband and wife again in another birth. You see that. So what Swamiji review is going to be a slap to the face of these people. Okay, so listen carefully. When I read this, I just laugh. Okay, so he said, let me tell you, you don't even want to be born in the same continent as your spouse. He said, by nature, no two human beings wants to stay together. This is the truth. And you're like, how come? So he said, understand, the human mind is not hardwired for living together. Because the human mind is so, like a schizophrenia. One moment is this, one moment is that. So it's never that in that awareness, right? So he said, when you are forced to live together due to certain circumstances, once you leave the body, you just escape from the other person. Such suffocation experience when the other person that you just escape the moment you leave the body. So you don't even take birth in the same culture at all. So I was like, yeah, I think it's true for me. Next slide. Okay. So he said, see, love of the loved ones disappear the moment your consciousness leave your skin. So that means the moment you exit the body, the consciousness, the soul exit the body, that love for that person will just also disappear. I was like, oh wow, you even forget that, So he said, there is no karmic relationship. So don't even be afraid that at some time you may have prayed to have the same husband or wife for 7 jammas or 7 births, and now it's really going to happen. No, don't worry, it will not happen. He said, like maybe you have declared to someone and say, I want to be your husband, or your wife in the next birth, or maybe a 7th birth, whatever you did try to declare and even pray for it to happen. So he said, be very clear, this is not going to happen. There's no so-called karmic relationship. He said, ain't going to happen. Only those who have achieved the maturity to understand the boundary and the other person's boundary and who are independently dependent will even be born together. So this is the truth he revealed. Only you have reached the state of consciousness where you have certain maturity to understand your own boundary and the other person's boundary, and how you are both independently dependent. Okay? Then you can choose to be born together. When you don't have that kind of level of consciousness, you cannot do it. Just by your prayer, by your declaration, it's not going to happen in the next birth. Only when you have achieved certain level of consciousness, right? Be able to do that, understand the boundary, yourself and the other person, your being and the other person's being, and understand how you are independently dependent. It means at a consciousness level. See, at a consciousness level, we're one and the same. Correct? Only you can understand the depth of consciousness. Then you can even be born together. Okay? Otherwise, no. Next slide. So, he said there is a story by this Rabindranath Tagore. He said, called Eternal Love Story. This is probably a story called Eternal Love Story. In that story, the man and the woman were in love for 50 years. Okay, they had a beautiful marriage life for 50 years. They started seeing each other, when they were 20, and they lived till 70. Okay, so that is kind of the eternal love story for 50 years. Okay, so do you know the secret? He said these two, you see, the man and the woman, they live on the opposite banks of River Ganga. So they meet each other only. So they meet each other only on their separate boats. It's okay. We have a baby here. Sorry about that. The baby is too excited.
She's realizing that.
She's listening to the truth and she suddenly screams, "Oh my God, this is too exciting!" Okay, so this so-called eternal love story is because they are living separately in the separate banks of the river Ganga, and they have to meet each other on separate boats. So that is your human being understanding of love story. So he said, so don't bother, do not bother. There is no karmic relationship, so you don't have to stay with the love of the loved ones. Okay, so that is what he reviewed in this satsang. Next slide. So, and then in this satsang, he gave a very beautiful meditation, which we are going to do at the end of the, after we reviewed all the insights, because it will be good that we can do it together. He said, this is a meditation to destroy all the patterns that exist in you. See, when we were born, we were patternless, which is pure awareness. But of course, in the process of growing up, conditionings by parents, conditioning by the school, conditioning by the peer society, so patterns pile out, we develop patterns, right? So he said, all these patterns will be destroyed in this meditation. We're going to bring awareness. He said, you hold so tightly onto your possession, your wealth, what you own, your relationship, your attachment to your loved ones, your family, your attachment to your experiences, and your identity, who you think you are, this body, mind. And only because you have never really confronted the truth, understand none of these can be with you forever, because the minute you exit the body, all this become irrelevant. They lose power over you. But right now, when you're still embodied, as an embodied soul, with this body, flesh and mind, you hold tightly to all these things when you're not aware, due to your patterns. Understand? Due to our patterns, we hold on to all these so-called burden or bondage in life, whether it's material possession, whether it's relationship related to the heart, your experiences, your identity, your ego. All this makes you lose sight of what is really important. Okay? So a single intense experience that all this can be utterly and irreversibly destroyed in a moment is enough to disillusion you about all that you are clinging on. Right now we are clinging on to some state, right? Some pleasures in life, some relationships, some comfort, etc., etc. So we're delusioned by all these. We're in this illusion because we're clinging to all these things. So this meditation is going to be an intense experience to burn away all these patterns. Okay, so we're going to do this meditation. So it's naturally your awareness is centered in that which can never be destroyed, right? So both yukti, clarity, and bhakti, devotion, will get awakened in you. So this meditation not only burn off your patterns, but awakens the clarity and the bhakti to come back to the devotional part of you, to the eternal truth. What is eternal? You become devoted to that. Okay? So it's going to be a 21-minute meditation. So we try to finish off all the insights, then we can sit for 21 minutes. Is that okay? Yes? Since it's 21 minutes, because normally we only sit for 11 minutes, but this time around, Swamiji said 21 minutes is the meditation. He said you need to burn down all what you think you are. So today we'll devote the time to do this meditation properly, because 21 minutes is one energy cycle that cleanses all the 7 chakras, your 7 energy center. So doing this 21 minutes will do a thorough destruction of all the patterns you may be carrying or attachment, clinging on to stuff that are ephemeral and immaterial. Okay, sounds good. We're going to do this meditation. Yeah. So next slide. So just contemplate, before we enter into the meditation later, just contemplate what Swamiji has said about how we're clinging on to this because of the conditioning that we received from society. So that what society told us, what we made to believe, and all this that make us feel caged or suffocated. So that is what we're going to, you can maybe take a few minutes now, write down what are you clinging on, what patterns make you cling on to stuff still in life. Just write it down, because we're going to burn that away, okay? So while we're contemplating on this insight, you take a few minutes to pen down what are you still clinging on in life where you know it's going to be impermanent. They are not going to be there once your consciousness leaves your skin. Just write it down. I'll give you a few minutes to write down. Or you can just close your eyes and contemplate for a little while. If you don't have a pen and paper with you, you can just close your eyes and just consciously scan. Scan in your inner space. What are the things that make you still cling on in life, that makes you create patterns, like patterns of anger, frustration when you don't get what you want, and patterns of fear when something is taken away. Just write it down. It's going to be a great detoxification of your pattern in this meditation. So write it down. Then you will make the whole meditation comes alive for you, because it's your patterns that you're going to burn away. You're going to annihilate. So don't miss this part. Otherwise, the meditation will not be as powerful or effective. So this is the part you need to do certain contemplation, that scanning within what you are still stuck with, what you are still attached or clinging on without awareness. Like some people are clinging on to food, right? Attachment to pleasure of the taste. Some people is clinging on to enjoyment of the skin, physical enjoyment. Some people is attached to feeling, love. They want to feel love in a relationship. But they forgot they actually love themselves. At the moment they work on opening their heart, they will not be able to stop the love flowing. They're clinging on to attention need versus true love. So all that, if you feel that you're still clinging on to certain things that make you feel miserable, make you feel unhappy, please write it down. We're going to burn it away later on by Swamiji's presence in space. Okay, let's get on to the next slide now, so that we have time for the 21-minute meditation. So the next insight is everything is business. You may be wondering, what do you mean everything is business? So this is a satsang when Swamiji said a disciple who wanted to take sannyas, that means become a monk, sadhu, okay, a renunciate, once came to Swamiji and said, now I understand, Swamiji, how every relationship is business. Your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your friends. Other than the relationship with Guru, everything is business. Then Swamiji said, stop. Even this is also business. Even the relationship between Guru and disciple is business. Then the disciple was shocked. Huh? What do you mean? He said, listen, each one has their business with you. Okay? Not the traditional transactional business, where you buy something, you get to, enjoy something. He said the business in a larger context. He said, like for instance, your lover has business with your beauty, your looks, right? Your partner has business with your money, for instance. Like you have a business partner. Your employer has business with your degree, your certificate, because they need your skill set in order to help the company, right? Fill certain job or responsibility. So he say, for a guru, I have business with your consciousness. It means for a guru, he only interested in awakening your consciousness. That's the business he's interested. It means, so each one looks at your identity at a different angle, at a certain angle. Next slide. So your lover who wants to physically enjoy you is going to look at how you look and make his decision based on that. That is his business, his vested interest. A person who's looking at employing you is going to look at your education, your productivity, what you can bring to the company, what you can bring to the project, for instance. What can you bring to the overall revenue of the company, correct? How much you can contribute. So that is, what the business is for the employer. And the parent's business is look at how much you will support their ideas about life or in society or society idea about them. So everyone is busy with their business. So he said, my business not so bother about your education, your money, how you look, or your social background. He said, as a guru, my business with you is I don't care about what you come with. That is why my decisions are not based on that. How he decides, who becomes his devotee. He said it's not based on what you come with. It is strictly based on consciousness. Next slide. So my decisions are based on your consciousness. Whether your consciousness is radiating as a seeker, for instance. Let's say you are a seeker and you are yearning for the truth, for liberation, anugraha. That will attract the Guru's energy, the Guru in your life. So he said, I'm very clear what I want from you. I want you to be enlightened and take up responsibility for enlightening others, enriching others and enlighten others. This is what I want you to take up. When you become enlightened, you naturally will not keep quiet. You will start spreading the truth and inspiring others to also live this truth. So you will start enlightening others. So only as long as you're expanding in that direction, I'm going to be working with you. Understand? When you're working on your consciousness, expanding towards enlightenment, he said, I'm going to be working with you. If this is not happening, I'm going to work with somebody else. It means if you decided that I'm not here for enlightenment, I'm here to enjoy and stuck in Maya. I want to live in Maya. I want to suffer because I feel that is what I want in this life. Then of course, he will not work with you because you have decided to choose, not consciousness. You have decided to choose darkness, ignorant, right? So if you understand that my business is actually your business also, you attain at one moment. It means oneness. See, when you understand that both of you, the Guru and you, are aligned in terms of the purpose, which is to discover your consciousness, right? He's here to make you awaken your consciousness, and you're here to discover your consciousness. Then there's oneness. Then a unique love happens between the Guru and you, which is eternal, because consciousness is eternal. This is what Swamiji called as Mahabhava, the great relationship. The great relationship. See, we have different relationship, right, with divine. Whether we see divine as mother, Matrubhava, or we see divine as friends, Vatsalya Bhava. But he said, of all, when you live in the space where you recognize your own divinity and you recognize the divinity in a Guru, they're one and the same. He said, then this is where you're in the great relationship called Mahabhava, because you realize you and him are no different. Okay? So that is when he said everything is business, even with Guru, when you recognize that he's here to awaken you to your consciousness, then that is, he's here for that business only. Okay, understand? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, great. Let's enter into the last insight. So he said, before that, understand what he gave this instruction to all of you. He said, understand what business the Cosmos want to do with you. Okay, Cosmos want to what? Make you realize you're also Cosmos, right? Understand what business society want you to do. Want to do with you. What society demands of you. What business your company wants to do with you. What business your family wants to do with you. Please pen it down, okay? Pen it down, these four. What Cosmos want from you, what society want from you, what your company, if you're an employee of some company, please write it down. And what your family wants from you. List it down. In each of these four levels, when you understand that every level is business, then the weak sentiments will be forgotten. Okay, so he said, just write this thing and contemplate for a while, for a few minutes. So what business the Cosmos wants to do with you? Cosmos is here to what? awaken you and make you realize your true self. And then, but in the society, what is society is trying to do with you? Write it down. And what your company is trying to make you to do with you? Write it down. And then also your family. So if you have finished writing this, in terms of the contemplation, let's get into the final insight. A very short one. This one is one of my favorite satsang. He said, have both God and Guru in your life. Okay, so listen. He said, please understand, always have God and Guru in your life. Carry the feeling connection for both in your life. So some people may ask, why? Is Guru not enough? If I have Guru, is it enough? Or is God not enough? If I have God, let's say I pray to Krishna or I pray to Shiva, isn't it if that is enough? Why do I need a Guru? So you may ask this kind of logical question. Okay, so from an avatar, he's telling you, no, have both. He said, please understand, however strong you may be, at some point in time, you will not be able to have complete trust over the Guru. Because you doubt because you think that he's there to make you suffer, or that you as a human being with a human mind, you will never have complete trust over the Guru. Okay, so that is the truth. So your feeling connection towards Guru may be shaken a little bit. Let's say something you heard someone spread some rumors and you heard it and you think that it is the truth, and your trust over the Guru is shaken. You don't quite trust him. So at those times you need God to hang on to. You need God to hold on to. You need God to keep your spiritual practice and spiritual life alive. Understand? Because of your doubt, you need something to hold on to. So that's those moments the God comes very, very important to help you stay connected to the source. Okay, next slide. Okay, so sometimes your feeling connection with God may not have a practical value for solving your day-to-day issues. Let's say, when you feel, okay, you are devoted to Shiva, but Shiva is too much of a concept, unmanifest. And then you feel that, but, I'm not able to manifest a job, and you feel that, it's not happening. So in those moments, the feeling connection with Guru will help. Because Guru is here, you can feel, touch, and he's there physically. You can feel, because I'm talking about living Guru. I'm not talking about those Guru who already left the body, okay? I'm talking about Guru who are still in the body, a living enlightened master. And because of that, they can actually, you can actually find the solution. You can actually ask him for the solution on day-to-day basis. What is needed, so that you can solve your problem, your day-to-day problem. So at one point in time, feeling connection with God and feeling connection with the Guru will merge into each other. And then you will just experience God and Guru as one. But till that happens, have both God and Guru. Understand? That is okay. Before that, you have God and Guru, is pray to them separately. But there will come a time where your consciousness is able to experience both as one, then, that is a time where you understand that he's in everything and everything is in him. So that is okay. When it happens, it happens. Next slide. So, but now when you begin your practice, let's say you're a beginner in your spiritual life, you're just new, and you always have God and Guru both, so that you're safe, because you have both. When you are angry with the Guru for making you feel terrible, you can run to the Devi, or you can run to Ganesha and cry to Ganesha, please help, why like this? And then, okay, then you feel safe, okay? Then, when I say, when you begin, I mean till you get enlightened. That means you say, till you experience enlightenment, have both Guru and God together. So this is for everybody, not just a seeker, everybody. You say, Swamiji has said, I've seen how many people, some people who had only God never progressed in their spiritual life. They just pray to God in their own fantasy, okay? So never do any spiritual practice. They never do any spiritual tapas. They just pray only, And those who had only Guru sometimes drop out, because when Guru come on them and train them, try to cut the ego, the tumor ego, they could not tolerate, they ran away, they dropped the Guru. And then again they missed. So that's why you need both God and Guru till you become enlightened. Understand? Yes? Thumbs up? So if you have both, even if your trust and feeling connection towards one of them is shaken, your trust and feeling connection towards the other will keep your spiritual progress alive. I want to share with you my personal experience, okay? This is truly, when Swamiji delivered this satsang, when I heard it, I didn't know exactly what it means until I personally experienced it myself. See, in 2018, I was going through separation. And of course, I knew the time has come for me to face this, the suffocation in the marriage, and the separation happened. So, and I know it's also part of my spiritual path that this thing has to happen, because it is for my next breakthrough in my spiritual growth. But I was not feeling comfortable because I was going through the period of so-called grief of loss, right? So I was not able to feel connected to the Guru, because I know he's very much involved in this whole thing. So I had to run to Devi. Devi is my consolation. I prayed to Devi Pratyangira. I just fell at her feet and start crying to her, because I was feeling sad, but I don't know how to let this thing out. I needed to, express that grief out so that I can be thoroughly be healed. So I ran to the Devi and fell at Amma's feet and just cry and cry and cry. I was in this Adinam, I remember, in one of the morning while I was doing the seva, and then suddenly the emotion just got triggered, and I wouldn't cry to Swamiji's Murti, I cried to Devi's Murti and just cry and cry. And I can tell you, during that time is, the connection with Devi helped to heal me, because I remember Swamiji did say that whenever there's pain and suffering, Devi is the one who heal. There's nothing Devi cannot heal. So whenever you're suffering, whenever you're down, Devi is the one you should go to. So I went to Devi, obviously, and cried to Devi. And Devi, obviously, healed me completely. And I came out of it quite quickly, not too long. The one thing good about initiation by Guru is that you're never in the suffering or depression for a long time. You will just quickly come out of it. It may take you a few days, but you will snap out of it very quickly. You never spiral down until you can't get out. So that is the beauty when you have a Guru in your life. He will somehow make you raise up again. So the suffering that you undergo will never stay too long. Okay? So that is the beauty of having Guru and God in your life. Whenever you feel distrust in a Guru, you want to run away, the refuge is the God. When you feel that you need to find solution to your day-to-day problem, run to the Guru and he will give you the solution. So this is my personal experience and this is what Swamiji advised. Got it? Thumbs up if you catch the truth. Yes? Good. Now we are ready for the meditation. Okay, so now all of you, please put on the I-band. Let's get ready for this 21 minutes meditation to burn all your patterns or attachment in this life. Then how the baby is going to take care? Who's he's talking to?
I don't know. Looks like some.
You want him to? You ask him, yeah. So all of you, please, if you are doing this meditation, turn on a camera so that we can see each other, because the energy of Swamiji will penetrate. Who is this? Ayah. He just happened to pop by. Ayah, we are going to do a meditation. Please join us. You just sit with her. So Parvati Swarakuni, next slide, because I'm going to read. All of you put on the I-band now, sit with the back straight, okay? Next slide. Okay, so I'm going to give the instructions. So all of you please put on the I-band now. And sit comfortably in any meditative posture. Just sit, okay? Because you're going to sit for next 21 minutes, I'm going to put the timer now. Get ready to enter into a very powerful process, okay? Understand? You're doing this in his presence. I'm not kidding, okay? So please do this sincerely, like a sincere seeker. How you want to get rid of all your patterns. So listen, remember what you wrote just now as part of the contemplation. What are the patterns you are stuck or you're clinging on in life, whether it's a pattern of physical possession, material possession, or pattern of relationship attachment, pattern of attachment to certain comfort, body comfort or sense pleasure, or attachment to name and fame, power, whatever attachment you may have in life, which you're clinging on, or anger, frustration, hatred, whatever you have written just now, now start to visualize everything around you and within you are going to get burned by this Kala Agni. It means the flames of annihilation. It means the flame of Kala, burning off all this pattern that you have inside you. Understand? Whatever that is inside your inner space, this pattern is leaving you like a tumor, making you suffer, making you, falling into the Maya and darkness. Just visualize this Kala Agni, the flame of annihilation. Whatever you experience inside and outside is going to get burned, getting extinguished by this mighty fire. Visualize this huge flame of fire, okay? It is burning all those so-called the bushes of your pattern, getting it burned. The whole material world is being consumed by these flaming tongues of fire. Everything that you can visualize vividly in your inner space. entire inner world, including all your thoughts, feelings about people, situations, experiences, are also getting burned to ashes. So create a power visualization within you to visualize all these negativities, all these negative emotions about people, situation, bad experiences, all getting burned to ashes into nothing. So create that powerful visualization of you burning all your patterns that you have written down previously. Visualize continuously that whatever you think about the world, about anything, is getting burned. All the conditioning, all the falsity that you've been fed by society, the nonsense, the wrong ideas, belief, all are getting burned. It no longer exists. Make sure that you put them and burn them so that they become ashes. So, like your attitudes, your interests, your passions, your greed, your desires, and all the fears that you carry in life are all getting burned, consumed in that Kala Agni, the fire of annihilation. Understand, when everything is burned, when you burn all this unconscious pattern that you develop in this birth and in the janmas, what remains is your awareness, the consciousness of I am. So this experience can drastically break all your conditioning and push you into enlightenment. Just enjoy the space of awareness of I am.
Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam.
So burn away all the patterns of laziness, pattern of procrastination, pattern of resistance, pattern of anger, violence, hatred, pattern of fear. Whatever pattern that you may have, this is a time now to burn them all away by the Guru's grace. And empty yourself to just pure restful awareness. Burn all these patterns into ashes, nothingness.
Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You can slowly, very slowly open your eyes. So, how was the meditation? I feel so like my whole inner space is like expanded so vast. It's like, I feel like the body is levitating, cannot hold the energy, too light. So how do you feel this meditation? Powerful burning of all your patterns. Feel light now? Anyone feel lighter? Do you feel lighter? Yes? Thumbs up?
Yes, very good.
Huh? Good? When you're doing here, of course, I hear all the energy. It's like a what you call that, nuclear reactor here. Whatever it is getting burned. That's why I asked them to turn on the camera, so because the deity here is also. Hello. Okay, so if you guys want to share, otherwise, we're going to conclude. If you feel that. I let you sit with the, after the meditation, you may be feeling like still very high energy. That is fine. Just continue with this space of vastness of your awareness that I am. Basically, you're that. You're this consciousness. So, shall we conclude with the Puna mantra? Yes? I hope you enjoy. Next, please go on to the next slide. So, today is 30th, right? So we start the next season of Paramashivam. So tomorrow should be the day we have darshan, I think. So for the new season. So looks like I need to check a poll. I need to check the day 30th is today's here in Asia date or US date, because your darshan for the initiation will depend on which day. Okay, let me just check. So, the next session will happen next Wednesday, 6th of November. I welcome all of you back here for another wonderful, empowering, enlightening, insights from the avatar. So, try to also enrich more people to join, because by enriching, you're also reaching out to people who can also receive this sacred knowledge and experiences. Okay, so with that, let's conclude with the Puna mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sauvam Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Paruta Paramastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Nithyanandam. See you next week. So, Shara Shadika in the Facebook Live also. Stop the recording. Stop the recording.